Okay, bismillah, assalamu alaikum. So we are officially connected to the database. So let's test that out again. So the next thing we should do, okay, so let's close that. So the next thing we should do is to get the data like we said and make it show up and appear in that table object. Okay, so let's do that. So vim index.py, let's go and get the data. So we already called that, but we didn't actually tell it nothing in that function's local space. So I'm gonna create a CMD that stands for a command variable, and I'm gonna give it an SQL query. So let's give it use YouTube tutorial first, and give it self.cursor that we have created to execute that command. Okay, after that I'm gonna create, okay, so we are now using the YouTube tutorial database. Okay, so let's see. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so let's create another variable of a command, so we can actually define a variable if you have already consumed it. So that's just for the sake of our memory space. If you have that in mind, that's a good practice for the sake of big projects. So let's just select the name. So let's do something. Let's go back to our index.py. So main object has no attribute cursor. Okay, so self index okay, this is a problem. I think I have defined that variable. Okay guys, we did, but what the hell? Okay, so I don't know what the function is going here. Okay, so let's delete that function. Let's make sure everything is good. Self.cursor execute command. So this should be, so let's just say, okay, so we are calling, okay, I know what's going on. So the DB connect is the one who is creating the self.cursor, and the DB connect is been somewhere. Okay, so we have, so I know the problem. So in my constructor I have called the UI changes, and I have called the UI changes before the DB connect. So this variable has not been created. Okay, so the UI changes is calling the self under data, which is the one who is calling for this variable even before it's been defined. So what I want to do is to connect to the database before changing, before I want to call the database DB connect before calling the UI changes. So that's how can I fix my problem. So DB connect to connect to my database. Let's see, all is well. Okay, so let's just see what I want to select from my database: the name, the quantity in stock, and the unit price. We don't need to select the ID because there is no place for it in this table. Okay, I didn't specify a place because the table has its own ID, and it's just not useful for us. It has no real life meaning until the point where we are going to use it to edit the data in the query. So let's do self dot so we want to select the name in the get data. So we are now in the get data function. let's do select the name. We can select the quantity in stock, and you want to select the unit price, okay, from products. Okay, so let's execute this query. So let's say self.cursor execute command, and go back and do result self cursor fetch all to fetch all the results. Okay, this is a function that has been used with the MySql database or the cursor function. So more about that in my next series of videos about using Python with MySql. So they just not spend that much of a time with it right now. Let's move on. We have fetched all the values, so let's just print them all to the screen just to see that. So the do Python index.py. Okay, let's see. So laptop, PC, and camion. So 3 values. That's exactly what we have in our database. So let's not print that to the screen. That's ugly. Remove that. Next up, we are going to take these values and put them in the table. So self.table.setRow count to 0. We are going to set a new row count from 0. Okay, Google that out if you don't know how to do that. More about that in other series. So let's say for row number row data in enumerate result. Okay, I'm gonna do self table. I'm gonna do self table dot insert row number. Okay, and for column, let's do for column number data in enumerate row data. Okay, let's give it self table set item to row number column number. Okay, so I've gone with the script here. Row number column number queue table widget item string data. Okay, so column number data in enumerate self table set item row number column number queue table widget item. So if you don't know what this enumerate does, it just goes and gives a tuple for every iteration around this column number and data. So let's just print that out for you to see it. So let's print row number in this one, in each one actually, row number row data. Okay, and in here let's print column number and data. Okay, let's see the result of that. Okay, so column number is not defined. Where is the, okay, so let's just do some spacing here. Column number, column. I don't know if this is the actual name. Column. number. Okay, this is weird. Okay, so this is what enumerate does. For each, so this is what enumerate does. For each value, it gives it a number. This is the row number. This is the data. The first one, the second one, and the last one. And it enumerates for each value and puts it in the table. So our table is officially full with the data. So if we hit refresh again, it's gonna continue printing that out because it's getting the data every time we do refresh. Okay, see that? So let's exit and let's clear the screen. Let's do index.py. Okay, so that's officially done with the first page. Okay, but we want it each and every time it gets the data, I want it to fill the data in my combo box, so I get to choose whatever I want and get it and get each data to fill in this line edits with it. So you gotta know what I mean in this next part. So let's do vim index.py. So let's call up that combo box. I hopefully named it combo box 1, I think. Let's just go back for it. I gave it search combo box combo. Yes, I still remember. I gave it search combo. Let's do self after that, or let's do self. Okay, let's self dot cursor. I'm gonna execute a query. Okay, let's do select. Let's do select name from a product, and okay, I'm gonna select name from products. So I'm gonna select all the products just by their names, and the result should be in self.cursor.fetch all. Okay, so I have that result. Print result. It's gonna give it a okay, and then does not match any outer indentation limit. Okay, so set index. Okay, this shouldn't be the case. So what is our mistake? This is not. Okay, this should be good. Okay, so there it is. Laptop, PC, cameos, laptop. Okay, so we are still printing the. So what is this? I don't know what that was printing. It did print the results 3 times or whatever it did. So go to index.fetch all. So I need to delete this. So delete the print function in here and delete the print function in here. Leave the space out, or let's just remove that space. Okay, I just want the result. Okay, just want the result. I want the result, bro. Okay, bro. Okay, so there it is, the result. Laptop, PC, cameos. That's all we need. So a list of tuples. First tuple, second tuple, third tuple. Okay, so go back to index.py and manipulate that and add it to the combo box. So like I said, the combo's name is self-search combo. We don't have that box thing because I made a joke about it, so I still remember. So clear I need to clear that if it has something on it. Okay, so let's remove this because I want to have this problem just for more explanation of the code. So let's do self combo. Okay, search combo, add item, or let's just say for R in result self combo box, or oh my god, search combo, add item to R, and there it goes. We have our items in there. So if we did check this, we have our 3 items. We still need a default value. We are gonna add that later, but check what does happen if I hit the refresh button again. Okay, so it will multiply these results and add them again to our combo box, and we don't need that because every time you hit this refresh button, it's gonna go back and add that to your combo box. So it's been messed up. So what we want to do is every time it gets the data, the real data that's been updated and everything from the database, we want to clear that combo box, give it the default value at first, and then fill it with the new data that we get from the database. So let's do that. So let's go back to index.py. Let's do clear it first. Let's clear that. Let's self.search combo. Let's get combo.clear to clear it, and self.combo self.search combo.add item. So this is the default item that I want to add to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 products, uppercase products. Okay, follow these, and there it is, the default value, and we have to clear that every time we do end up getting the data from our database. So that's the loop that's doing everything, and go back for it, index.py. So if you have done this a million times, you're still gonna get just the data that you have in the database, the new data. It's not been manipulated or anything. So there you have it. So even if you select something on here and you have left it in there, when you hit refresh, it's clearing it again with the default value. So that's good, that's really good. So what do I want next? First of all, let's just leave it here in the section and end up the video in here. See you later.